video at 1:07 p.m. And when I said that, I saw 7 on my screen. So this message is meant to be said. How you guys doing today? So anyway, hope you guys are doing good. I want to talk about demons and how they are, inhabiting a human body. Okay. And so these demons that came here, these interdimensional beings, all right, the fallen angels, they came down, all right? And when they came down here, they were not in human form, right? They were in some kind of reptilian, alien kind of form. And why were they in those kinds of forms? Why? Because what they consumed after they fell, what they consumed, all the anger, turned them into something else. They started eating off of others' DNA and taking their fear in, and everything just grew within them and just made them like ugly. It made them fucking like an animal. They became an animal, some kind of furry, right? Some kind of furry that actually is human, like it's flesh. Thank you, Sophia. So, all right, so the demons now, they came in, all right, now they look like reptilian, okay, so they took over somehow, brought their shit technology here, because that's what they can use, is just technology, right? They have no idea what it is to even connect to, Mother Earth, connect to the flow, right, the universal flow. All right, so, the interdimensional beings, so... Sorry, I'm just trying to get my thoughts together here because they don't want me talking about this. So when they came in and they took us, they took, like samples, right? They took samples from us and they took our DNA. They, they wanted to see how we worked because we are connected, right? And they're not. So they needed to understand this. And what do they do? What do they do when they try to understand something? They use science, right? They use man-made science, and they try to figure something out that just can't be figured out because you just have to go within in order to understand what it's even about. So now they learned how to manipulate our DNA, okay? They manipulated it. Used incubators to grow human bodies, okay? And then they put their demonic self in those bodies. They took their consciousness and put it in the bodies, right? And then what happens? They let them out. They let them out of their incubators and, train them how to, function, in this realm so they can siphon our lights off. Siphon our light. So, so now they have, human skin. They look like us, right? Now they look like us. Now it's easier for them to invade. It's easier for them to become the host, right? Because now they can infiltrate everyone's minds now that they look like us. So now when you see somebody out there, you're like, dude, like that person's a demon, right? Like there's like something ain't right with that person, all this shit that they got going on. They are just not human. They're not of, God's creation, that's real God's creation. And it's a demon. It's a demon inhabiting a body that, and who's doing this is these Freemasons, right? They fucking Freemasons do this shit. You have the Rothschilds, you got the Jesuits, the Kabbalah, right? Like it's all fucking connected. It's all they did was take their little family, their demon family, and then they just split them up, and then they created all these false ideologies of, whatever. And then they just had other people, join their fucking culture. It's how it works. And once you start waking up and you start seeing that, it's like, they mess with our minds. They mess with our minds because they look like us. They don't look how they used to look when they first invaded, when they first came here and they took over. They look like us now. One of my handlers growing up, I just remember him complaining about his skin. And his skin did look even awfully funny as well. Okay, so his skin, oh, sorry, I was like a bag. I'm like sitting on a bag. Sorry about that. So his skin was, he just always complained about it. He just like didn't like his skin. Cause he just fucking made, right? Like he was probably just put into that form. Like this is just, it's just crazy. It's insanity. It's insanity what they have done. Pure insanity. And that's why you have the narcissists, the gaslighters, the flying monkeys, because they have put themselves in human form and are now wreaking havoc in this realm. And us ones that are the true ones that, are of light, right? We're just of light. We're not true ones, whatever. I'm not trying to sound whatever, but we just vibrate off of light. They can too. Anybody fucking can. If I wanted to go dark, I could go dark. It all depends on how you are as a person, as a soul. So we vibrate off of light. They don't. They vibrate off of pain. And you can just tell the ones now, right? So take everything for face value now. Like no longer even look at anybody like a human flesh skin anymore, right? Because now it's all fucked up and tainted. So now we got to look at them for just how they respond and act and behave. Now we have to say, okay, and not even go off our feelings, go off our intuition, go off our, this person right here, something ain't right with that person. So that's just my message, is that these demons have come in and took over human form and are now wreaking havoc in this realm. And one day it's going to come. There's going to come a time to where all the karma that they have, put onto us, it's going to spring back right to them. And they're going to get every single thing that they deserve because they have caused so much pain in this realm and it just wasn't right. So just watch the human forms. Watch the human forms because most aren't human. Okay? All right.